Let's cut across to our quick political face-off for the evening. Joining me, Sanju Varma, National Spokesperson, BJP, Dr. Shama Mohammed, National Spokesperson, Congress. You will both get a 2-minute time to put your point forward. Dr. Mohammed, I'd like to begin with you. Many would have thought that this was a great move to have somebody from Telangana possibly checkmate the TDP and YSRCP, like possibly what the NDA did with the DMK. But there's a huge section, Dr. Mohammed, which says that this is a lost opportunity because in any case, the TDP and the YSRCP have supported the NDA candidate. You could have had somebody from Bihar, somebody who's a Dalit, somebody who comes from the EBC quota.
Well, let's understand one thing. Their candidate is an RSS man, a former BJP president of Tamil Nadu. So we can understand that he will be completely supporting the Bharatiya Janata Party and the government in parliament. This particular person believes in Manusmriti, whereas our candidate, Darshan Reddy ji, is a former Chief Justice. He upholds the Constitution. He believes in equality, justice, and inclusivity. We know that at this point of time, the integrity of all our institutions are in danger. ED, CBI, NIA, IT, everything is taken over by this government, including the Election Commission. That time we need somebody to give gravitas to this particular seat and who is impartial. That is very important. We saw the last vice president who suspended around 143 members of parliament at one go, which has never happened in the history of India. Bills passed in the din. Constitution, for example, now Constitution Amendment Bill brought in one day before the session is getting over. Many bills not even passed on to the standing committee. 70 ordinances passed in the past 10 years or 9 years. Sorry, 7 years they passed 74 ordinances. So we want a system where it's a democratic system, where the vice president of this country is non-partisan and believes in democratic principles and wants to uphold the constitution. We know the Bharatiya Janata Party wanted to cross 400, 400 par. Why? Because they wanted to change the constitution of this country. And we know that for many of their leaders, including the deputy CM of Rajasthan, had said it on live television. So we want somebody we believe that there is a way, there will be people who will support him. There is definitely, he is Andhra's pride as well as Telangana's. So definitely there's the TDP,
Okay.
there's YSRCP.
So, but Dr. Mohammed, the TDP has already said very clearly that they are not supporting the opposition candidate, that they're going with the NDA candidate. The YSRCP has made it clear that we've pledged support to the NDA candidate. We stand with the NDA candidate. I'll circle back to you with the question because there is a big opinion that this was a lost opportunity. In any case, you don't have the numbers in the House. You would have lost this election. Optics would have demanded, and possibly an election in 2 months in Bihar could have demanded you pick up a Dalit or an EBC candidate from Bihar to get the optics right. I'll come back to you on this. Let's bring in Sanju Varma if we have her. Okay, do we have Sanju Varma? All right. We're going to get in Sanju Varma, but I'll give you the opportunity, Dr. Shama Mohammed, to make your point on this. Wasn't it a better pick to maybe get somebody from the state of Bihar? You have an election in a month and a half. You're fighting, on the SIR cause there. You could have got somebody who's Dalit. Here you've picked somebody who's from the upper caste.
Yeah, one more thing before I come to that. I know that Sanju Varma is not here, but after she comes in, I'm not going to be staying till the debate is going to be delayed because of her. I'll have to leave.
No, she's here. She's here.
Yeah,
but make your point.
My point is that we do not believe in seeing that there is an election coming up. That is how BJP functions. They will see if there's an election coming up from Haryana, they will be putting somebody from Haryana. If there's an election coming from Odisha, they would take somebody from Odisha. That's the way they function. What we look at it is somebody who's impartial. We want somebody who's impartial to sit there, who believe in justice, and who believe in inclusivity. There is no inclusivity anymore. We always see Muslim bashing in this country, OBCs and Dalit bashing in this country. So we want somebody who believes in inclusivity, who believes in justice. So we are not going to say there is an election over there and play these vote bank sort of politics. We chose the right person at the right time, and we believe there is a case for him, and there is a probability that he is going to win because we've got the right person in.
All right, ma'am, you have 50 more seconds. Do you want to use that?
No, let her speak.
Okay, fine. That's very magnanimous. I want to go and bring in Sanju Varma into this conversation. Sanju Varma, the fact is many thought that you tried to checkmate the DMK. You have an election next year, razor-sharp messaging there that puts DMK in a spot. DMK had been asking for representation. You gave the DMK representation. Could they deny it? Well, lo and behold, the same question was put to your closest ally, TDP. So that in itself gets negated, Sanju Varma.
Preeti, first and foremost, my apologies to all of you for being a tad late. Coming to the, moot question that you asked me, I think first and foremost, let's get one thing very clear. There is, a membership of 782 members in the electoral college, which will elect the vice president. The number that the BJP-led NDA needs is 392. Now, how many members does the BJP-led NDA have? It has 426 members vis-a-vis the 392 that are needed, which means we actually have 34 more than what we need if we have to win the vice president's election. So the first point is, when it comes to numbers, the BJP-led NDA is going to have a smooth sailing on this count. CP Radhakrishnan will be the next vice president of India. The second point I want to make is this. Why not somebody from Tamil Nadu? Is it because of an eye on the 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly election? I say no. But even if the answer is yes, what's wrong in it? I mean, we are in politics to ensure that, our own people are there in positions of power to ensure that the policies that we believe in, which is basically Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas, those are consummated. Then the third point I want to make is this: BJP, Preeti, walks the talk. We ensured that somebody from the minority community, a Muslim called APJ Abdul Kalam, became the president. When the first Dalit president, K.R. Narayanan, was the Congress's candidate, the BJP supported him unconditionally, setting aside ideological differences. Then look at Draupadi Murmu. She is the first tribal woman president from the Santhal tribe from a remote Mayurbhanj district of Odisha. Who could have imagined that a Santhali tribal Adivasi woman will be the president of India? But the BJP under Narendra Modi ensured that an Adivasi becomes the first tribal woman president. So we have actually empowered the marginalized. We have
your time is up. I'll go back to Dr. Shama Mohammed. Dr. Mohammed, the fact is, if it was a move which clearly there is strategic politics involved behind the move, which was to pick somebody from the state of Telangana, but it hasn't quite worked, at least would you agree, even if it was symbolic or tokenism. The TDP, clearly, whoever the mediators were not able to build consensus that the TDP support your candidate, a close ally of the BJP. Neither the YSRCP, even with its handful of MPs, could have sided with you. It's in opposition in the state of Andhra Pradesh, yet it didn't. The BRS today from Telangana has only given you a conditional offer, which seems improbable for your government to fulfill in Telangana.
Okay, so let me get one thing very clear. She said, why not a Tamilian? We have nothing against a Tamilian. I mean, full respect to Tamilians. Of course, for them, or for all of us, there's a Tamil Nadu election next year. But the thing over here is, why an RSS man? Why a former BJP president? They could have selected some other Tamilian. There are many others in Tamil Nadu they could have selected. They selected a former RSS man so that he's a puppet and he listens to whatever they want to. And they can function according to what they want. Now she mentioned Abdul Kalam. What is the point of symbolism, Sanju Varma? When the Prime Minister of India in the last election says, कांग्रेस पार्टी बहस को लेके मुसलमानों को देंगे, कांग्रेस पार्टी मंगलसूत्र छीन के मुसलमानों को देंगे. Every other day you bulldoze houses of Muslims, you take them and put them behind bars. There were 2 cases in Maharashtra, 2006 bomb blast and the Malegaon in 2008. When the result of the 2006 came, Devendra Fadnavis was quiet. I mean, when it came out, he went to the Supreme Court to file against it, why they were acquitted. 2008 Malegaon blast, when they were acquitted, since it was Pragya Thakur, he was quiet. So what are you saying? Where have you stood with the Muslims in any way? We don't want symbolism. Where have you stood with Dalits in any way? Dalits are being killed left, right and center in northern India. They cannot ride horses. They cannot go to wells. Where have they? You have taken away their forests and given it to the Adivasi forests have been given to business people. So where have you protected them? Symbolism is not what we believe in. We believe in empowering, and that's why we have chosen Darshan Reddy ji, because he's a former Chief Justice. He knows what are the rights of people. He will be not partisan, supporting us or them. He will be, equal. He will give justice to everybody. He will.
Okay. Ma'am, your time is up. The critique also, Sanju Varma, you say you've picked an OBC, but the OBC that you have picked is one of the strongest castes right now in Tamil Nadu. Annamalai comes from the same caste as Mr. Radhakrishnan. EPS comes from the same caste as Mr. Radhakrishnan. So really, this particular segment of the OBC is not backward. Number two, Sanju Varma, the fact that you say he represents the common man, you have Mr. Radhakrishnan, who is an astute and an exemplary industrialist and a businessman. If we get into his business empire, it's a different thing. Number three, he is a dyed-in-wool RSS pracharak from the age of 16. So when the opposition makes a point that it's the House of Elders, it's the upper house, you could have chosen anyone from any field, why him?
Preeti, now let me answer everything pointedly. First and foremost, Shama Mohammed said, Prime Minister Modi undermines Muslims. What have you done? You only intimidated them. Here are the hard facts for your audience. Let them be the judge. 31% of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana allocated for minorities, especially Muslims. 33% of Ayushman Bharat Yojana allocated for minorities, especially Muslims. 36% beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana are Muslim women. 37% beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the world's largest self-employment scheme, are Muslims. Under Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi's first term, 3.7 crore children from minority community, including Muslims, were given scholarships for higher education. And in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's second term, that number of scholarships to minority children went up to 5.8 crore people. And in the third term, it will only increase exponentially. Now, the other point. So, what if CP Radhakrishnan is a RSS veteran? CP Radhakrishnan was also the Tamil Nadu BJP president from 2004 to 2006. He is somebody who has organizational experience. CP Radhakrishnan was also two-time parliamentarian from Coimbatore, so he knows the lay of the land in terms of how the parliament functions. CP Radhakrishnan is also somebody who's a die-hard loyalist. When in 1999, Jayalalitha brought down the BJP-led NDA government, she asked CP Radhakrishnan to switch over. He refused to. And I say BJP rewards loyalists like CP Radhakrishnan. That is something that needs to be applauded, not condemned. And my final point is this. You talk that BJP does not, empower Dalits. Himmat hai, to Siddaramaiah to Karnataka se nikal do and make G. Parameshwara, who is a Dalit, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, remove Revant Reddy as the CM of Telangana and make Mallu Bhatti, who is Mallu Bhatti, the Deputy CM of Telangana and a Dalit. Himmat hai to Mallu Bhatti ko Telangana ka CM banao. So you need to walk the talk, not the BJP.
All right, I'm going to give both of you 1 minute each, but Sanju Varma, I'll just come in for a rebuttal. You do know Mr. Dhankar fought an election on a different ticket, not the BJP. So just loyalty bit. But I'm going to give both of you 1 minute each. Dr. Mohammed, 1 minute closing comments.
No, my closing comment is she went on a rant and she forgot, which I was going to point out, which you already pointed out, that Dhankar is not a loyalist. So how did you give it? Because of the Haryana elections. See, this is how you function. When there is an election, you will go after that person and then you will... now, she gave ankades or, data about Muslims, which is a lie after lie after lie. The worst treated in this country are Muslims today. Why don't you have a single member of parliament who's a Muslim? Tell me, give me an answer. A minister, many ministers, Ashwini Vaishnav, never asked to resign. Number of rail accidents. Minister of State, Lakhimpur Kheri happened. Minister of State, I can't recall his name, not asked to resign. But of course, only one person has resigned for Me Too, and that is MJ Akbar. So you cannot deny it. Always lynch mobs, attacking Muslims, no issue. Bilkis Banu's rapist. I mean, nothing bigger than that. Released on remission, asked to do prachar campaign for the Bharatiya Janata Party. This is what...
Ma'am, your time is up. 1 minute, Sanju Varma, we'll come to you, make your point, and on that account, Ms. Varma, with what Dr. Mohammed also said, that Jagdeep Dhankar was a political choice, and there's nothing wrong. The BJP is not shorn of making political choice. You wear it on your sleeve.
You know, Preeti, this is a very sane debate. So I don't want to come down to that level. Oh, you know, Pratibha Patil, who was the first woman president, her only claim to fame was that, you know, she was the chef of Sonia Gandhi. I don't want to reduce the debate to that level. But here, I will not take kindly to statement that Muslims are being marginalized. If they are being marginalized to some extent, you know, I think the big problem lies with educated Muslims who do nothing for the marginalized lot. They only sit on television debates and shed copious tears playing the victim card. I think educated Muslims need to stop playing the victim card. People like Shama Mohammed do nothing apart from sitting on television and saying, "Arey, hamare saath bura ho gaya, rone lagti hai, hamara kuch nahi hua." Learn to fight for your rights. Stop playing the victim card, because you will only empower young Muslim women if you do something for them, not sitting on television debates and crying like a failed loser, which is what you are.
All right, ma'am, the time is up, and I'm going to leave it at that. Once again, I urge both of you not to get into personal attacks. It's something which really doesn't cut it. To be honest, the viewers hate it, but it's your choice. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, both ladies, for joining us, putting their party perspective forward.